Guys, just brace up and be ready because the handshake is coming. And I told you earlier on, it is imminent, it is evident. They just don't know how they will initiate the handshake because most of the Kenyans who support both of the leaders will drop their support for those two leaders. So they just don't know how. I'm going to be highlighting the detriments it will give towards Ruto and the detriments of the same handshake it will give towards Raila. But first, you have to understand that there is no way that you are going to picket and demonstrate against the same government that pays you. And we saw that in the past handshake, whereby Raila could not see the weaknesses and the wrongdoings within the Uhuru government because he got into bed with the same government that is supposed to be oversighting. Now, the effect of this will make Raila lose more of his supporters because there are some of the things he will be watching and he will not be able to talk over them because he will be paid by the same government. He will be given deals by the same government. And so this is going to erode the reform card that he holds. And further, is going to lose more of his support because his supporters will always be crying about whenever Raila gets his share or his gift or his reward, then he forgets about them, and this is going to repeat itself and is going to be detrimental to his politics. Now, and towards Ruto is trying to play very smart because he's trying to bring in the American issue, whereby he's trying to bring about the reason or a scapegoat for this handshake, or rather for this working with the opposition. Is trying to bring in the American force as the arbitrator that is actually forcing in this working together issue, because he knows very well welcoming the people who are opposing the Kenya Kwanza coalition or UDA party will create a drift the same way there was a drift in Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's government. And we saw Ruto had to leave because of the handshake, whereby we had the ODM people being welcomed to the table and eat what they did not help to build. So Ruto is trying to avoid this drift within his coalition because there are so many people who are dissatisfied, or rather they were not rewarded, and yet they worked so hard and they used resources to publicize the UDA party and Kenya Kwanza coalition as a whole. So for him not to create the drift, he has to bring in the American force or the American card and initiate the handshake and give Raila an office, and then he will say it's Biden or the American embassy or the American forces who actually convinced him and persuaded him into this handshake.